The Informa Media Group has established that board of directors and a select pool of senior managers at the embattled SACCO's lobby, the Kenya Union of Savings and Credit Cooperative Society KUSCCO Limited, are on the verge of facing active criminal probe by DCI over suspected financial fraud, irregular loan advances among board directors and senior managers, among other economic crimes. This will be a parallel probe to an ongoing separate investigation by the SACCO Society's regulatory authority SASRA, which is handling against KUSCCO over illegal activities and allegedly engaging in illegal deposit-taking business. KUSCCO has since gone to court to block probe by SASRA. According to impeccable sources at both KUSCCO and the DCI, fresh twists into illegal financial activities have now morphed into a suspected clandestine financial fraud of illegal loan advances to insiders, claims of cooked books of accounts with discrepancies and SACCO deposits, and actual funds held by KUSCCO Limited. Among the key issues under probe is an inter-lending facility, a central finance fund (CFF) platform used by all deposit-taking SACCOs affiliated to KUSCCO that operate on the same principles as the interbank lending facility used by banks and running SACCO businesses without a license. Notably, the financial capital for KUSCCO's CFF is sourced from regular deposits by deposit-taking SACCOs, with the lobby paying interest on the deposits, which is then disbursed quarterly to its member societies. Our source, who spoke on condition of anonymity for fear of reprisals from KUSCCO, intimated, quote-unquote, the board appeared before the Commissioner of Cooperatives on December 15, 2023. That very morning, preceding that meeting, the board held a closed-door meeting here at the headquarters. The DCI is also on the matter. When contacted for comment both via KUSCCO official mail and through short text messages, both KUSCCO Managing Director George Ototo and KUSCCO Board Chairman George Magutu declined to comment on the matter and whether or not they have received summons from the DCI. Ototo replied, quote-unquote, "May I request that you send a formal request for us to discuss as a board paper and respond as such?" However, Magutu did not offer any response. If they are found guilty, the officials risk being prosecuted and convicted, and their assets obtained through proceeds of crime traced for forfeiture to the government. Cooperatives and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Cabinet Secretary Simon Chilugui first blew the lead of KUSCCO's dubious operations and ordered SASRA to undertake inspection of the society's books, accounts and records in accordance with provisions of current legislations governing savings and credit cooperatives. The directive to investigate the umbrella body for SACCOs, Chilugui said, followed information made available to the ministry from other quarters and submissions shared by SASRA. Chilugui told SASRA Chief Executive Officer Peter Njuguna through a letter dated October 5, 2023, quote-unquote, "I note with concern that from available information and from your extensive correspondence with its management, the KUSCCO Limited appears to be carrying out and or undertaking regulated SACCO businesses without being licensed and or authorized to do so as required by the provisions of the SACCO Societies Act No. 14 of 2008 and the regulations made thereunder." End of quote. In his whistleblowing letter to SASRA, Chilugui observed that regulated SACCO businesses as prescribed by law entails either deposit-taking SACCO businesses, which must be licensed, or specified non-deposit-taking businesses, which must be authorized. Legally, the Cabinet Secretary is empowered under Section 49 of the SACCO Societies Act 14 of 2008 to direct SASRA to conduct inspection or cause to be conducted an inspection of any SACCO society and of its books, accounts and records. Chilugui told Njuguna, quote-unquote, "Consequently, I hereby direct the authority to conduct an inspection of the said KUSCCO and its books, accounts and records in accordance with the requirements of the provisions of the SACCO Societies Act No. 14 of 2008 as read together with the provisions of the Cooperative Societies Act as applied thereto by dint of Section 67 of SACCO Societies Act No. 14 of 2008. Ototo has presided over the helm of the now tainted SACCO's lobby for close to a decade and a half now, since 2010, when he took over as the managing director. During his now 14-year stint at the peak of KUSCCO's leadership, a position which is now shaky over the ongoing multi-pronged financial scams probe, the now uncertain Ototo star has been shining to the global stage. In 2016, Ototo was elected as the director of the 14-member body of the World Council of Credit Unions WOCU Board of Directors for the first time for a 2-year term. In 2020, he was re-elected to the WOCU board for another 2-year term and subsequently elected as the WOCU's committee chairman and treasurer of the Audit and Risk Committee.